out here talking my stuff, man. Part two, man. Yeah, as I was before I was distracted. Yeah, before I was distracted. Man, what we talking about? Schottenheimer weak ass coach. Hey, man, look, all you little content creators, man, uh, that be trying to go here. Oh, and I wanted to tell another thing in regards to Milton. Uh, yeah, Dallas fan, you right. You right. I don't care. Look, I don't care about none of the growing pains that you will have with Milton. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real. Seeing about what Milton does and and with Trey Lance, I think they got rid of Trey Lance because I didn't think that they wanted to go here and put that pressure on Dak Prescott because that boy was getting better. Trey Lance was getting better. And if you got a quarterback getting better, see Trey Lance. See, look, now Trey Lance got to learn a whole nother offense, and they want to blame that. So they want to go ahead and have a quarterback that's already inexperienced as it is to keep learning offense. He has no stability. He keeps getting different things in his ears. He has no stability. But I think he with the Vikings, so I think that might go ahead and help him out some. And I'll be honest with you, I think he can. If he with that Vikings, if I'm not mistaken, he could take J.J. McCarthy's spot for sure. He could take J.J. McCarthy's spot. And being under that situation, that might benefit him because the Dallas Cowboys is an unstable organization. Now, Joe Milton, I know why Joe Milton here. And a part of that is because of hype. Now, the reason why Joe Milton gives Dak Prescott another year or two. So in their investment, they ain't got to go ahead and be pressured to get rid of him first year. If you had another quarterback developing and proved and shown that he could potentially be better than what you got right now, that puts pressure on Dak Prescott to go ahead and be better, and they may have to make that type of decision this year. But Joe Milton is probably about a year or two away, you know, in regards to the developmental stage. So that buys Dak Prescott some time to go ahead and do what he do, you know, which is choke when it matters the most. I'm just being honest with you. I'd rather go, now in regards to Joe Milton, I know he the quarterback right now. I'd rather roll with Joe Milton. I'd rather roll with Joe Milton right now and roll with the lumps than roll with Dak Prescott to go ahead and give other fans hope that something's going to happen and ain't nothing going to happen. When you pay when you pay a quarterback $60 million, I'm going to tell you something. When you pay a quarterback $60 million, you expect for him to go ahead and ball till you fall. Now look, check this out. This the cold thing about it is, right? Dak Prescott, once again, has something to play with. I'm going to tell you why he got something to play with, right? First and foremost, you address your offensive line in the first round. The Dallas Cowboys have a good, look, they have a solid offensive line, especially in the middle. In the middle, their offensive line is good. Tyler Smith, BB, and the Bama Cat, even though he going to have his ups and downs, he's going to be at least a quality guard in his tenure here. He ain't going to be Tyler Smith. He ain't going to be no Larry Allen. He ain't going to be all of that. So if you're looking for this man to be a stud, it ain't going to happen. But a mauler, yes. And especially if you're going to run the football with Terrence Steele, who's better, and then Guyton to go hit this Cowboys offensive line to be solid. Now you ask, well, what does this have to do with Dak Prescott? I'm going to tell you what. If you commit to the running game and you have decent running backs to go ahead and commit to the running game, he has enough to at least, regardless of what that defense does, with Pickens and CD and J-Hop, he has enough to at least produce and be like, hey, if we lost, it wasn't Dak Prescott's fault. That's how much, right? Because, you know, these people want to go ahead and talk about he don't have no weapons, bro. He got weapons. He has something to play with. I bet you he don't know how to use them. I bet you he don't know how to use George Pickens. I bet you George Pickens only gonna pop off when you go against scrubs. But I bet you when you go against somebody like Stingley and Stingley get George Pickens, see Stingley ain't even gonna really worry about George Pickens, to be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you what they gonna do. Stingley will get on CeeDee Lamb. That's gonna be a battle in itself. And then they gonna go ahead and play tight on George Pickens because he ain't running for nobody. And I bet you they struggle with that. And then you're gonna be like, man, what was the point of bringing in George Pickens? Watch, you gonna say this. I'm come back to this live. You're gonna be like, what was the point of bringing in George Pickens if this is what's gonna happen exactly? Like he's gonna go because look, he's gonna go ahead and go off against scrubs, right? He'll like get a tug or two against some scrubs. And then when we go against somebody that's going to challenge him and run with him, and you got a scary-ass quarterback in Dak Prescott who don't want to go ahead and trust him to even throw the jump ball in certain situations, right? Come on, bro. It's going to falter, homie. It's going to falter, homie. No, and they're going to try to find another excuse for this boy, bro. The Dallas Cowboys, y'all, ain't going to do nothing. So I just want to tell you little Cowboys content creators, homie. Hey, look, homie, quit hyping this train up because this train is off the railroad tracks. It's off the railroad tracks and it has been off the railroad tracks for years, homie. And it ain't going to change anytime soon. You just going to have to come to the realization that this team doesn't know how to go ahead and build a championship organization. It doesn't. I don't care what rings that Jerry Jones won with Jimmy. As far as I'm concerned, them Jimmy rings. He ain't did it, bro. Come on, man. If he was some hellified, see, let me tell you something. He ain't Andy Reid with this. See, Andy Reid been to the bowl, right? Regardless he won or not, he been to the bowl with Philly. Andy Reid messed around, went to the Chiefs, evolved some more, but still rolled with old school principles and winning championships with a quarterback that he ain't even the best quarterback in the league, throwing wise, as a quarterback. And that's another statement in itself. And then you go on with a GM that's on the same page with a coach like Andy Reid, and they go to championship, win a championship, has a championship. Man, how many bowls they done went to? Like 5? They three, 4 bowls at least? They've been to the bowl at least 4 or 5 times, right? Come on, man. That ain't no coincidence. That's a formula. That's a formula for success. That's something that the Dallas Cowboys don't have, right? You see the Bills is constantly in the playoffs. The Baltimore Ravens constantly in the playoffs. The Pittsburgh Steelers constantly in the playoffs. The Chiefs, the Eagles, right? They have a formula for success regardless of what they do. See, the Eagles will mess around, win a bowl, maybe bounce back, try to retool a couple more years later and get back in the bowl again. It's not a coincidence that they've been in the bowl the past 2 years, homie, under Dak's tenure. 3 and 10 years? Come on, man, that's not a coincidence. That's a formula. And your boy Jerry Jones lacks that formula. He don't got it. Will McClay don't got it, bro. And then you hire Schottenheimer? Why? He sucks. He is trash. He is trash. He don't got it, man. He won't never have it. And as long as Jerry Jones and Steven is calling the shots and don't evolve the way they supposed to, not even as an owner, as a GM, the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be another 30 years, homie. Bro, we going to be sitting over here, man. Hey, I'm probably going, man, we going to mess around, man. Hey, some of us ain't going to be here. Some of us ain't going to be here, y'all. Some of us ain't going to be here. If they do make it. 30 years, man. Because when Jerry gone, it's going to be Steven's time? Come on, bro. We know that ain't it. So Steven at least going to put 20 under the 10-year? And then who they going to pass it to? Come on, man. Come on, man. This ain't it, man. This ain't it. It's not gonna happen, yo, and it's not gonna happen this year. I don't care. Pickens, Charles Dickens, I don't care who was out there catching the rock. Bro, it's not gonna happen this year. People will be like, man, you don't never say nothing positive. Man, give me something positive to say. But you don't think I want the Dallas Cowboys to go ahead and go out on top and get Super Bowls? You don't think I want them to do what Kansas City and them do? What? Are you serious? It's just that I'm realistic, and I'm not about to sit over there and hype the fans. I don't care if it comes to the extent of gain on here. I am not about to hype you guys up and sell you a dream, and then you trying to figure out what the heck happened. You said this. Come on, man. I called what I was like one game off of what I called for the record last year, and I was one game off, I believe, the previous year. I said 11, they got 12. I said 9, they got 8. And I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Let me look at the record again. I don't even think I even did a schedule thing, so I'm probably going to have to do a schedule thing. But in my mind, off the top of the dome, it's somewhere probably within the 6 to 9 range. It's not happening, bro. Because one, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to struggle in your division. The Eagles going to sit over there and give you a, come on, man, they going to DP. They going to give you a discipline action. The Giants, they ready. They going to come to play when they play y'all. Come on, man. The Giants coming. Come on, man. You at least got 4 L's in the division this year. You at least got 4 of them. At least 4. At least 4 L's. Come on, man. And the majority of what the Dallas Cowboys have been doing was whooping on the division. But now they don't have that crutch. It's going to be a little tough sledding here. It's going to be tough sledding. I'm just telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I see, and it ain't good. Correct. I'm telling you what I see. It ain't good, man. Plus no trade clause. Man, he going to have to waive that, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. If Dak was so good, why ain't nobody was willing to go ahead and throw the kitchen sink at Dak to go ahead and acquire him? They had plenty of opportunity. You telling me that with some of these teams that's a quarterback away, and if Dak was truly that, you telling me that they wouldn't go ahead and spend on a quarterback? You telling me that you telling me that Pittsburgh wouldn't have gave an attempt? Come on, man. The New York Jets, the New York Giants, the Seattle Seahawks. Come on, man. Facts. Facts, Dallas fan. Hey, look, I would love to come up on here and tell y'all, man, boy, was I wrong. I don't even think we even be like, yeah, you was. I think we all be elated if I come on here and tell y'all that, boy, I was wrong. Boy, I was wrong. I want to come up on here and tell y'all, man, hey, I was wrong. Hey, them boys came to play. You know, man, I ain't got a problem telling you, man. Man, I want to tell you that. Come on, man, it just ain't gonna happen, man. History been repeating itself year after year. Even the 12-4 years or 12-5 or whatever. Bro, them years has just been, they ain't got it. They ain't got it. They ain't got it. This team don't got it. I'm gonna tell you what they look. They don't have the mental toughness. Scratch this so-called offensive talent. Scratch that. They ain't got the mental toughness. They ain't got the mental toughness. They don't have the leadership. From the head coach to inside that locker room, and that the defense is not talented and is banged up. It's not talented and it's banged up. CeeDee Lamb ain't got no help. Come on, man. It is you. Come on, man. They still gonna double CeeDee Lamb, y'all. So you telling me that they gonna sit over there just one-on-one CeeDee Lamb because George Pickens is on the other side? Bro, if George Pickens was a threat like that, then do you think Pittsburgh would have been in the position that they was in if George Pickens was a threat? What was they saying in Pittsburgh? Man, we just wait, man. We just waiting on George Pickens to come on. Come out, show up, show up. Show up and show out. When the Dallas Cowboys gave that package up for George Pickens, they was like, we're not even gonna think twice. Absolutely, we'll take that deal. There was no debate about it. Hey man, hey, the Pittsburgh Steelers ran off on the plug twice. Stephen Jones calling, but steady calling, but they ain't calling back. He done ran off on the plug twice, man. Ran off on the plug twice. Ran off on the plug twice. Look, if y'all going paintballing is something that you think is necessary, hey, look, I don't care what you do. Just get the results, homie. I don't care what you do. Just get the results. But you got to understand, okay, yeah, you got your fun outside, but hey, when it's time to play, when it's time to ball, when it's time to show up, it's business. It's business. And they don't know how to separate that. They want easy, bro. I'm going to tell you something, bro. Look at Mike Zimmer. You know that boy was holding back. You know he's seen like, I'm done with coaching, bro. Look at these kids. It's different. This is different from when I last was over here with Minnesota. I looked at Mike Zimmer. Like, these boys are different now. I'm cool. I'm done. These kids different. You can just look at him. He protected them players. I know. I looked at him. I know he wanted to call half of them players trash. I know he did. If you can't get your act right, all right. Let me give you this from two different perspectives, real quick, right? All right, boom, Dan Quinn, right? More of a player's coach, right? More your friend and you enjoy and they want to play for him, right? Did he get the results when it mattered the most? No. Zimmer, more of a disciplinarian. Did they respond to that? No. So you got a player's coach / disciplinarian, somebody, and that's somebody that's willing to go here and meet you in the middle. And he tried that. Y'all remember when he said that? I wish I would have did it my way early. You remember that? You remember that? You remember he said that? I remember that. I remember he said that, and I knew exactly what he meant. He was trying to meet these players where they was at, and he realized that wasn't going to work. He tried to meet them where it's at, didn't work, and then when he started putting things in his way, then he started seeing a little bit, though, but then there's certain players that gave that resistance. You heard Micah talking about Dan Quinn this, Dan Quinn that. Why he don't talk about Zimmer? And I'm going to be honest with you. Zimmer will have more of an impact in regards to football IQ, football positioning, and production on the field than Dan Quinn would have. Does Micah talk about Mike Zimmer in a way that Dan Quinn had? No. Mike Zimmer can have an impact on somebody from just being with him a year than Dan Quinn would for the couple years that he was with. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure they soft. Yeah, it's a league wide thing for sure. It's a league wide. It's these players, man. Look, the coaches, Look, and it all starts from a young age to on, right? So these little league coaches, these parents, these new age parents out there trying to go ahead and this entitlement, man. You can see it with Michael Parsons. Look how he came. You could tell Michael came in here with no type of coaching at all, with no type of toughness at all. Look, bro, I heard his podcast, man, and he was talking about how he has struggles with an identity off the field. Bro, how you struggle with an identity off the field, bro? Football is what you do, not who you are, bro. Why are you sitting over there putting your identity as a person with football? So that tells me everything I needed to know. That they was kissing your ass. They was telling you how great you are. And you sit over there and took that into your real life, not understanding that, hey, you really ain't done nothing, homie. You ain't done nothing, homie. Yeah, you good. You got talent. You athletically gifted. But playing this game of football was more than just being athletically gifted. You need to have the skills that's going to pay the bills. And Michael Parsons, you don't have the skills to pay the bills, family. Because there's no way. He said that he been one of these 20 sacks. Bro, you would never get 20 sacks, bro, with you not using your hands. Hey, bro, DeMarcus Ware got 20 sacks going against tougher offensive tackle competition. You don't even have half the tackle competition that DeMarcus Ware had to face, and he got his 20. And in an era that ran the football more. You can't get 20 sacks in an era that throws the football like 80% of the time, and the talent level is not there, the technique is not there, and you still can't get your 20 sacks. You should have been had your 20 sacks, family. That's barbecue chicken out there. Like we see it. You see it every time we do our scouting report. How many good tackles did I tell y'all that we get ready to go against? It was only a handful of tackles, and we knew who them handful of tackles were, and we knew that number 11 wasn't going to do nothing against them handful of tackles. But then what do I say when we go against them bums? Yeah, man, number 11 should go ahead and dominate this game. Shit, I expect like 2-3 sacks this game. The majority of the competition that we go against is scrubs. So that's why you go ahead. You see, when they was talking about Mozzie, right? They was talking about him going against the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line, right? That Giants offensive line, that Redskin offensive line, right? Them scrubs, right? But they ain't gonna talk about when you went against Detroit, the Niners. Teams like that. That's why I say, like, these players they'll dominate against scrubs, but any team that's going to present a challenge, any competition that they got to face, that they got to raise up and meet that challenge head on and come to ball, they don't got it. Myles Garrett could play another 5-6 years if he want to. Because he got it. He got it. He got it. He got it. Facts, Corey. I'm gonna tell y'all something about that real quick, right? So look, man. Cause look, man. I know what it takes in regards to this content creation, right? And the dedication that one's going to take that if they want to go ahead and go all the way with it. Michael Parsons has made it be known on how he values being a content creator and how he thinks about his life after football, and content creation is one of them. The level of dedication and how it consumes you mentally to create this content, to get whatever you got to do, even though he probably got it back in from Bleacher Report, that takes away from your football, because that you could be sitting over there getting with somebody to work with your hands, actually work with your hands, actually lift weights, Not that bullshit that you was talking about they want you to do lightweight with minimum reps. Like, what is that? That's just swelling up your boy, you ain't getting no strength from that. So what you telling me that you sitting over there and doing shoulder press with like 25 pound dumbbells for like 75 reps or something? What you gonna do with that, family? What you gonna do with that? Boy, you need to put some weight on, homie. You need to bench press. Nah, bro, I don't want to see you sitting over there and having 160 pounds on that bench press and you wrapping that thing out 30, 40 times. Nah, homie. No. 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 You need to go. No, you need to lift. You need to live. I'm seeing that they doing them little, instead of doing hair, they doing that little little Nordic, what the hell they Nordic curls or whatever the hell. They doing all that and they doing all this little lightweight stuff. And like, bro, in the off season, they're not really pumping that iron, bro. Back in the day in the off season, them boys was pumping that iron. Y'all remember like Takeo Spikes, Ray Lewis and all them? You come on, bro. They was really pumping that iron, bro. You sit there, bro. I'm not saying that you got to sit over there and be benching like 500, bro. You need to be, bro. You need to be putting something on, bro. You need to be putting that armor on, that protection on, that strength. You in the weight room, that's your armor. That's your strength, bro. The weight that I and others was lifting in high school playing football is the weight that I see that they touching right now as pros. That's not good. You should be developed. Pump that iron. When you see that, that weight room, right? You know how we talk about, man, when they get that grown man body and they hit them weight for a couple years, man, they really gonna develop, and you gonna see a difference. Bro, you sitting over there repping out 10-pound dumbbells. Bro, I seen that little sissy ass that he was doing. They repping out like 15 pounds. What the fuck you gonna do with that, bro? Put some weight on, homie. Do some exercises that's gonna help translate to the field, bro. They out there want to be track stars instead of football players, bro. Do exercises that's gonna translate, bro. Hey, bro. I'm privy to I'm around man, goddamn, hold on. Let me say his name right. I'm around St. Brown. His pop, John Brown, right? I don't know if y'all familiar, bro. But I was listening to his pops, man, about what his pops put him through and the intensity that they was lifting, even from an early age in regards to preparing that body. And you can see the difference in around St. Brown. The boy been developed. He been developed. And early on, you see his body was more developed. And you can see the difference, bro. You can see the difference. Not only is somebody taking their craft serious, but the development in his body, bro, that's translating to the game. Intensity, bro. They putting the intensity in the wrong things in regards to their training, bro. So I don't know who these new age trainers is, bro, but they suck. These new age coaches, they suck, man. Bro, you got to have some intensity, bro. Look, you're not lifting to be no bodybuilder, but you need to put that armor on, homie. You need to lift something. You need to put some weight on, man. You need to go after it. Protect yourself. Put that armor on, homie. Put that armor on. They ain't putting that armor on, man. They ain't taking their body serious. They ain't taking their nutrition serious. They ain't taking the weight room serious. They ain't taking putting the extra work and their craft serious. They ain't taking the film room serious. They ain't taking being coach serious. Oh my God, I said a handful. See, hey, sometimes, in regards to that Dallas fan, though, right? Sometimes less coaching is the best coaching. Sometimes it's just as easy, right, as just, hey, let's go ahead and put something together for Jalen Hurts, what he does best, and throw out the rest. Let's build around him, and let's stick to our identity, and let's win how we gonna win. It's just sometimes it's just as easy as that, yo. You know. Sometimes I think these coaches, or a lot of the times I think these coaches make the game more complicated than what it should be. Right? If I got Saquon and Jalen Hurts, I'm gonna run the football too. Right? Just like with Kellen Moore, right? Look, I think Kellen Moore, people gonna try to undercut what Kellen Moore did. I think what Kellen Moore did, or even if it was a coach telling you better run that ball, I think that was probably his best play calling. Because he did some of that with us, though. I think that was some of his best calling. I think that was some of his best play calling. I'm gonna tell you why. He stayed with it. He knew that Saquon was gonna get him to where they needed to go. So we gonna feed Saquon. So you'll see Saquon getting the ball 20 plus carries a game. To me, 20 plus carries a game, wearing down that defense, and then keeping that pass rush fresh. And then when it's time to get out there, bro, to me, I think that's good coaching. But I can see what you're saying, though. I can see what you're saying, though. I do. I get what you're saying, though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes, these coaches do too much. And then there's other times where these coaches do too little. His issue was that. Oh, yes. I for sure agree with that. I for sure agree with that. How many coordinators has Dak Prescott had? Goddamn, a lot of them, right? And he's gave the same type of performance. So when is it going to be Dak Prescott instead of these coaches? When is they going to come to the realization that it's not Dak Prescott, it's these coaches? I agree. Damn, he had 4. Woo! 4 had 4. Jesus. Linehan, Garrett, Moore, and McCarthy. And now he got Shanahan. And he's going to do the same thing with this coach. At what point is it Dak's fault? Not these coaches' fault. Loke, what's going on? Yeah. At what point do these coaches get to blame, man? I mean, not the coaches, but Dak Prescott. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you know what Jerry and them did? They rewarded that boy with a $60 million quarterback for being a coach terminator. They rewarded that boy with a $60 million quarterback. So you telling me that all these players got to do is just be mediocre and they going to get paid still? That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me, man. That's crazy. All you got to do is just be mediocre. You start to think about, shoot, what would Garrett have did without Foe? Man, you would have thought about, man, what would have been done if they would have just put Romo back in that first year. Hey, look, even if Foe was your guy, hey, Foe, next year, you it. But right now, hey, Romo, let's go see if we can get one. Man. I'm trying to figure out how this boy getting more, how he getting paid more than Josh Allen, and Josh Allen does way more. How he get paid more than Burrow? How a quarterback that's better than him get paid after him and still get made less annually than him. That's crazy to me. You know how they talk about the next one gonna set the market. So Dak set the market, and these other. So you know how much Jerry Jones overpaid this boy for Dak to get paid a certain amount, and then when Josh Allen, who does way more time to get paid, he still annually gets paid less. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. He get paid more than Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford. That is crazy to me. He ain't taking no pay cut. Why would Dak take a pay cut, bro? To win, Dak don't want to win. If Dak wanted to win, would Dak had took that 60 million, he would have go ahead and at least spread it apart where they can go ahead, man, and have some more flexibility. Uh-huh. Higgins back and Chase, right? And Burrow got, come on, man. But I ain't mad at it. The Bengals understand about these wide receivers of today coming out. And they like, man, look, what Higgins can give me, we rather roll with that. Straight up. Dallas fan, appreciate that $4.99. He says, we should have made it to the NFC Championship game in 2022, but Dak lost us that game by himself. Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. You know the cold thing about that is, right? I don't know if y'all send a trend, but a lot of these playoff games that Dak has been in over the course of his career, it's been where he getting his ass whooped early on, and then they try to make a comeback. So he pads up these stats, and they go ahead and look at the box score instead of look at the game. Come on, man. Sometimes it ain't about stats, especially in a game where they claim it's a team game. Right? Hey, look, man. I don't remember. I don't. Do y'all remember any stat line that Troy Aikman had, or do you remember the Super Bowls he won? Do you remember? Do you remember other than the 28-3 game? Can y'all tell me off the dome of the stat line of Tom Brady's, or do you just remember how many Super Bowls he got? They could say it's a team game all they want to, but hey, guess what though? Your quarterback gonna have to make some plays though to go ahead and even get there to even win that bowl game. You may get some. You may get some stuff where you might happen where like in a Super Bowl with that Broncos and Seahawks game where you might just blow them out and there may not be the need for anything. You're right. You may get some situations like that, but more times than not, your quarterback gonna have to make a play. Right, just like Jalen Hurts, right? Hey, look, Jalen Hurts, we gonna eliminate all momentum. Hey, man, I know they gonna play the run. I'm gonna need you to throw this bomb to Devontae Smith, and the game is over. Threw a beautiful ball to Devontae Smith. I really wasn't tuned. I had the Super Bowl on, but I really wasn't engaged in it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really wasn't engaged in it, bro. But when I seen that play too, engaged in it, I said, bro, that's a beautiful football. That was a beautiful play call. Aggressive too. Aggressive too. T-Dub. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Because in our reality, against the Niners one year, at least, if that doesn't hurt us, doesn't throw a pick six, we should be able to get over one of them. But we don't, right? And before I had to cut off my other live, that's what I was pretty much saying in regards to these content creators, man. These Dallas Cowboys content creators. Bro, quit trying to go ahead. Like, look, man. Like, man, we grown. Call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. Quit trying to fan us up. Quit trying to fan us up and get people hyped up, acting like we don't know what it is. Even if you've been hiding under a rock, history keeps telling us when we get in big moments, we're going to fold. We're going to choke. Forrest's going to choke. Something's going to happen. The Dallas Cowboys is going to choke. We're not dummies. We're not dummies, man. T-Dub. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Dub. My man got a super chats worker. Showing a little appreciate that, family. Appreciate that. This is man. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Hey, I don't know what it was, man, but I ain't going for it, man. I just wasn't going for it this time, man, because, a lot of the times, man, I've been watching. I ain't really been saying too much. I ain't really been going in because at the end of the day, they're going to do what they do. But when I finally say something and then you try to go ahead and make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, like you try talking like I'm some peon, that's when I had to light you up, family. Like, hold up, man. I've been seeing y'all talk dumb and been sitting doing all this hype stuff and not knowing what you seeing for quite some type of long. I ain't saying nothing. Now you trying to say because I disagree with you. Now you trying to sit and make it seem like I'm a dummy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Man, stop it. And then I can't respect your opinion. I can't respect what you're saying when you're trying to go ahead and make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about in regards to Mazi Smith. Out of all the players, you're going to sit over there and tell me that this boy was a top 20 defensive tackle the last. Come on, bro. I don't know what you watching, bro. I'm still in shock that this man, what's his name, Dan Rupert, and this other cat that he be with, y'all may know him. I don't know. I seen him on Twitter a little bit, but that's it. This man tells me that Mazi Smith was a top 20 defensive tackle. Defensive tackle, bro. That's crazy to me. Dallas fan, appreciate that $9.99. He said, my biggest concern outside D tackle is Dak, because even if Shotty does well, we still have Dak who chokes every time. Yes. I agree. Because I'm going to tell you what, there's going to be some games where we're probably going to win just off of us running a rock because we're built to run a rock. We're going to get it. We're going to win a handful of games. We're going to win a handful of games because we're going to be able to run a rock. But there's going to come a point in time where a team going to take that away and say, hey, bro, we're going to put 8, 9 in a box. And even with us manning these cats up, I don't think Dak Prescott can get these boys the ball. What the Niners always say, Fred Warner and them say, hey, man, we just say, hey, man, let Dak, hey, we're going to roll with, see if Dak can beat us. We don't think he can beat us. And it never fails. Mazi Smith was bottom 12 in the PFF. That's crazy. He needs to eat some more peanut butter. Oh, yes. Man, I told him, man, hey, man, my brother be going to this little Korean barbecue, all you can eat. I told Mazi, bro, come out here. And, bro, bro, let us feed you. Let us feed you, bro. But go ahead and tell my brother, hey, man, Mazi Smith pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he good, right? Make sure he good. But, hey, bro, make sure he eat. Tell him, hey, bro, if he don't at least eat 3 plates, bro, he's not leaving. If he don't at least eat 3 plates, he ain't leaving. 3 pack plates too. Put the beef on there too. Yeah, man, T Dub, man. It's on Twitter, T Dub. It's on Twitter. Our whole exchange. It's on Twitter. Check that out. It's on Twitter. That Dan, what's his name? Dan Rupert, and some other cat that I guess that writes. I guess he writes for the Cowboys. And whatever he do, I guess he work. I don't know if he worked for the Star or something. But the man tried to tell me, man, that I was tripping because I said that even though Jay Toa hasn't played a snap, that I think that he's better than Mozzie right now. And I told the man, I say, look, bro, when y'all looking at this tape, y'all just looking at, did he score a touchdown? Did he do this? I'm looking at the game within the game when I look at this tape. I'm not just looking if he scored a touchdown. I'm looking at the game within the game and what somebody should do, especially if he's going to be a high round pick. And I'm looking at what does he does that translates. And the stuff that Jay Toa does, like I said, to me, I don't think that he's all that in a bag of chips. I don't think he that good. But I think that at best, he can be a rotational defensive tackle that can get you 20 snaps. At best. And what he does is what this team needs. Somebody that's going to keep these smaller linebackers free. When you got somebody like Ken Murray, Overshown when he come back, Morris Leofau, who does better when he's free. And if you choose to put number 11 at linebacker, all of these guys need to be free. So you need somebody that's going to go ahead and be strong and plug up the middle and take on a guy or two and allow for your linebackers to run free. And that's better. And if he can do that just a little bit, that's better than what Mozzie Smith has shown us in 2 years. So, yes, I'm telling you, even though this guy hasn't played a snap, that what he does right now that he brings to the table is better than what Mozzie Smith can do. Yes, I said that. Yes, I did. I'm standing on it. Because that's what we brought Mozzie Smith in here to do, but just to be a little bit better at it, but actually make a few plays in the run game. Off the rip, I remember when we did the draft party. We already knew that Mozzie Smith wasn't going to bring no pass rush to us. We knew that already. But we expected him to at least be a stud in a run game. And look, as a D tackle, we understand that it takes a couple years. We gave him that. But there should be signs where you see like, hey, okay, man, hey, this man could be solid. This man gonna be solid. We just gotta wait for him to develop, get stronger, whatever the case may be. Hey, this man gonna be solid. We ain't see that. Because then, like I said, we also take into account, right, that you were going against low-ass boys in college. Just like Schoolmaker, you were blocking low-ass boys in college. But I thought that, I look, to me, I knew Schoolmaker was going to be who he was as a pass catcher, which is why I didn't understand why they even drafted him so high. But one thing I thought that was going to be a little bit better was his ability to run block. That's been the most disappointing thing to me. Because I even thought that just by you just having an attitude and applying yourself and knowing that Harbaugh ain't playing that you better block, I thought that would at least been able to translate and we'd be able to see some good blocking. I've seen not even average blocking from him. That's disappointing. The blocking is disappointing, but the pass catching is what I thought that he was. But then I'm not even gonna judge it from a Dak Prescott perspective. I'm gonna judge it from a Cooper Rush perspective. And Cooper Rush actually used him in a way that he was supposed to be used. Schoonmaker is just a number 2 tight end at best That's going to work the short to intermediate range of the field. Nothing spectacular about that boy. Nothing second roundish about the boy. At best, the boy was a fourth rounder at best, a fourth at best. But you took him in a second. You reached. I should have known that they didn't know what they. You should have known that they didn't know what they was gonna do when you took that boy in a second. But they did. They took two Michigan players back to back that ain't panned out. And that's the problem. Cheeto says, we need some haloti nada, some syrup, yes, some Vita Veas, some crawfish. Oh man, hey man, hey bro, them were the days right there, man. Them were the days. I might have to go. I might have to lay back. I might have to lay back tonight and watch some old school football just to get a taste of what some real football is. Man, I even take, man, going back to the Larry Fitzgerald days, man, when he was going to the playoffs against the Pittsburgh. I even take that, bro. Because this football today, it ain't it, man. Manji gets pushed back at minimum 5 yards, bro. I still got the film up. So why they sitting over there acting like they be sitting over there and trying to tell me that I got the film up. You trying to tell, bro, there's no way as an NFL D tackle, you should be getting pushed 15 yards down the field. No way. Dak won a Schoonmaker. Ooh. Just the fact that they would even listen to Dak, just crazy to me. Damn, for real, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Dak really, that's crazy. And they second round though? That's crazy to me. Damn, man. I wish you ain't telling me that, Dallas fan. Because now I really think this front office is stupid. I really think this I already thought they were stupid. Now I really think this front office is stupid. Jesus Christ. For sure, Schoonmaker shows more than Mozzie. For sure. For sure. Man. Ain't even had, man, I even take Jay Ratliff, big Jay Ratliff, man, getting upfield, smaller, but get upfield. Shit, Jay Ratliff for the 8 in Dan Quinn system. Yeah, he wasn't the lead. He just was like a stop. Hankins was just like a stop holder. Maybe if we would have got Hankins, maybe at a younger, maybe when he was about 4 years younger or something, that might have worked. You know what I mean? A couple more years or something. But it was time to go, especially when he was getting put on his ass at Green Bay. It was a wrap. I was like, yeah, he got to go, bro. He got to go, bro. I remember that time, man. It was one of them down years. I want to say it was against Wade Phillips. I want to say it was against it was with Wade Phillips, man, and they was getting blown out on, I think it was Sunday Night Football, man. I think it was like the Bears or the Green Bay or one of them, man. And that boy Jay Ratliff was crying. And I was like, yeah, bro, hey, man, they showed him on national TV. That boy was, y'all remember that? I think it was one of them games. We was getting toe up too. That boy was just, boy, that's somebody that cared about playing some football right there, man. That's somebody that cared about playing some football, that played with a little passion. You could tell by the way he played. Undersized, but gonna play with some passion though. I ain't seen no Jay Ratliff passion from any of these D tackles in quite some time, man. You know? Chris Canny, I ain't even seen that. I ain't seen no Marcus Spears. Shit, I'll take a Jason Hatcher. Even he had one good year, one little very good year. Tyron Crawford, god damn it. Anthony Spencer for 2 years. Yeah. Shit. Hey, homie, I even take Ebenezer Ekubad. I even take on Ebenezer Ekubad, G. Sure, man. Sure. What's other boy name, man? God damn, I can't remember that boy name, man. The other cat. Damn, I can't remember. Victor, yeah, Victor Butler. Hey, damn, man. Big man. That brings back some memories right there, boy. Hey, man, y'all remember that draft where they had all them? They had 12 picks, and they really ain't hit on none of them. Whoo, boy, that was pathetic, bro. You had 12 picks. Oh man, Jerry Jones should have just been. He should have fired himself after that 12. What draft was that? That the boys had 12 picks. Golly, 12 picks, y'all. Doomsday. I know what I'm seeing. It ain't good. I'm tired of all the idiots having a voice and influence people to believe the hype. What's so funny is that they never. Facts, man. Facts. Facts. They try to go ahead and. What they try to do? Oh boy, Dan Rupert said I need therapy. I think he said I was a bad human or something like that because I didn't agree with his BS take in regards to Mozzie or just a rookie in the loan. I said, bro, a rookie come in here and ball all the time. I said, just like I should have used the Lad McConkey. I knew Lad McConkey was something that Dak needed. I knew that he was a solid wide receiver. And he got under the Chargers. And what did he do? He produced a solid year for the Chargers as a rookie. Like I keep saying, either you can play or you can't play. And the tape is going to show you, can you play? It never fails. Yeah, that boy called me a bad human because I didn't agree with his BS takes. Because they used to people coming in, right, and they'll say one thing, but then they don't have nothing to back it up. They don't have nothing to back it up. And they don't have no pushback. But when I gave them pushback, they didn't like that. And the old boy said, man, I didn't take you serious when you said you watch film. Coming from somebody who said that this man, Mozzie Smith, was a top 20 defensive tackle over half the season, is telling me that I didn't watch the film? Oh, man. That was funny. That was funny, Brian. Man, hey, that was hilarious. I said, I was like, this is what some of the fans go through. I see. So I think I might start taking it upon myself, man, to go ahead and speak up a little bit more against these content creators now that I see that they don't like pushback. Because I like that. Oh, that made you feel uncomfortable because somebody challenged what you said? It shouldn't. Because if you got the proof to back it up and if it's informed, all you got to do is just show them the proof. Oh, you don't have the proof. Oh, you said you watched film? Well, what were you watching, brother, man? Let's go ahead and watch it. I tell them all the time, let's come on my platform. I'll put the clips up. You tell me what you see, and I'll tell you what I see. You tell me what you see, and I'll tell you what I see. We'll let the film do the talking. They'll never want to do that. They'll never want to do that. Prove me wrong. I ain't got a problem. I'm like, hey, bro, hey, look, man, you right on that. I was wrong on that one. I ain't got a problem saying that. Bro, come on, bro. What? If it's an opportunity for me to get better into what I do, man, show me. Show me. Oh, yeah, you was right on that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, at least you showed me. You made me a believer. But you can't make me no believer. And you mad because I'm not just going ahead and following you blindly. Make it right. Mm-hmm. Facts. Uh-huh. He was just mad because I didn't lay it. And I know he watching because shit, my link is on the thing. So, they try to see, because I know what they do. They'll go ahead and try to get the link. And be like, oh, man, he said this dumb thing. Notice, I ain't seen nobody post that yet because they know what I say is not stupid. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to let it go. I'm like, Carl, okay, yeah, man. He didn't play good right there. Then when I start seeing that pattern, I'm like, all right, now, right? Just like with number 11. I seen something, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna chalk it up as one game. Okay, I'm gonna chalk it up as two. But then I start seeing his pattern, and then I start seeing his pattern about how he is in big games, and then I'm start seeing him folding. All hold up, because y'all remember, man, when I first got on this thing, bro, I was singing number 11's praises. His rookie year, bro, I was sitting over there, man. I was with Micah Parsons. That's on here. Yeah, I switched up on him. Why? Because I started to see the real him. I'm like, hold up, bro. But I think mainly that. But I think mainly that is because I didn't have the all 22 yet. So I get it, right? When people look at the game day copy, they be like, "Oh man, this man balling." But once I start seeing the all 22, once I started when I started getting access to that all 22, and I started seeing what number 11 was really about, I said, "Hold up, family. Hold up now. Hold up. You ain't as good as you say that you are." So I get it, right? So I get anybody that doesn't watch the all 22 that watch game day copies will have such. But once you start getting the tape and you're able to rewind it back and rewind it back, because for a moment before I got the all 22, I would just record the games on TV and I would just watch the game copies over. And that's how I would do some of my film sessions, right? Right. And that's why we just talk about it. And I would do it like that. I remember the first year we was talking about the offensive line. I'm like, hold up, that offensive line gonna be good. And then we had a good offensive line. But then when I got the all 22, I'm like, hold up. All that glitter ain't gold, family. All that glitter ain't gold. Hold up. All that glitter ain't gold. And then that's where we at right now. Facts, Doomsday. How could you be mad at an idiot? It's like being mad at a toddler. Facts. Facts, Doomsday. Lions don't concern themselves with what on facts. Facts. I like Micah 2 times, but he has said some things the last 2 years that has made me disappointed in him. Yeah, he talked too much. And that's another thing why I got on that boy. If you going to talk that talk, you got to walk that walk, man. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd going to talk that talk. But if you're going to talk that talk, walk that walk. Micah been talking that talk since he came up in here, and he ain't walked that walk yet. Vox Lombardi foots the king and said the Cowboys will be good. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Look, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I think out of all the ones that I've seen, two of the Cowboys content creators that say some of the dumbest I've ever seen is Foots and Tuck. Foots and Tucks. Foots and Tuck. They say some of the dumbest things I have ever seen. I know that because I talked to one of them, and I know he tapped in on the, you know what I mean? You know, they like a couple of them tap in on the low because I'm gonna be real with y'all, right? A couple of them tapped in with me on the low because they don't want to publicly say that they rock with me because I believe that the masses, because them Cowboy content creators know about me. So if they come out in public or they tell that they rock with me, that might mess up what they got going on in regards to Mark Holmes too. He say some dumb shit too. So that might mess up what they got going on if they publicly endorse that they like my content. So I get it. You know, hey, look, if that's how you want to do it, hey, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I've been a one-man army for quite some time. Do what you do. Do what you do. Woo. You got him at 5 to 10. Whew. Yeah, Mark Holmes be saying some crazy stuff. Hey, T Dub, that boy be saying, I'll be like, yeah, boy said, what? That boy said, what? Tuck hasn't been optimistic lately. And Solo, it's probably a play. It's probably a play. It's probably a play. You just, oh. Yeah, I mean, in regards to Mark, I don't really be, because I know he be saying some goofy stuff, but I think I put Mark in his own category. Mark just Mark. Mark just Mark. You know, Mark just Mark. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at Mark. I ain't even mad at that boy, man. I ain't even mad at Mark. But hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when I pop open that Twitter, man. What when Foots be like, oh man, that boy special. I'd be like, Foots, shut the. Hey man. Sometimes I'll be holding my tongue. I'll be like, man, I ain't got time for these losers, man. I'll be holding my tongue sometimes, man, because I'll be like, bro, what? He is what? He is what? You see Dak Attack and Law. I did see that. I did. I guess old boy said Law did some snake stuff. I did, yeah. I think who's so man, I wanna say Hoodlum had pointed me to that direction. So I looked at it a little bit. I seen that. I'm like, yeah. Eh, I don't know what they on, man. I think my thing cut off. I think y'all am I still good, y'all? Can y'all hear me? I don't know what the heck just happened. Can y'all hear me good? Man, put a one in the chat for me if y'all still hear me. I don't know what the heck just happened. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know what the heck just happened. But yeah, man, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that was. I'm still cutting in and out? Oh, okay, I'm good. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, something popped up on my phone. I don't know what the heck that was. But yeah, man, from what I seen, cause I know there's different type of things, right? They play. I think probably the one that I seen that tries at times to keep it a buck is what's homeboy name? And I don't even agree with everything that he says, but he at least tries. You know what I mean? Like he tries sometimes to step out, even though he's under the wrong crowd in regards to the people who be trying to put that BS on the fans. What's his name? James. What's his name? Big Game James, something like that. James. He tries at times to keep it a buck. You know, Big Game James, right? Yeah, yeah. He tries at times to keep it a buck. I don't agree with it, and I think a part of what he did is one he influenced by the mother scrubs, and another thing is I think he be trying to he be trying to do his content thing too. So sometimes he be trying not to say something too because he want that interview. You know what I mean? Me, I just don't care about that interview, man. If you gonna rock with it, rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, if they, you know what I mean? Cause I'm about to. One thing I'm about to do is sit over there and kiss no ass or kiss no Dak ass and see if he can come on my. Hell no. Hell no. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you another thing, man. That be saying some dumbass things though. He don't do no content, but he be rolling with him though. I guess he trying. Michael Parsons' brother. Oh my God. Oh my God. Michael Parsons. What's his boy name? Terrence. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. I used to watch Shane Gone Line, but his biggest issue is, man, he's too biased toward Ford to the point he blames everyone else. See, man, they got, hey, man, after 10 years, you can't blame nobody else. You know? Because even at times, right, I'll be like, oh, yeah. Dak had a solid game. Like, I'm gonna get credit where credit is due. Yeah, today Dak played solid. He did what he's supposed to. But bro, a lot of the times, bro, I'm like, nah, Dak ain't it. Dak ain't do what he's supposed to do. Especially that Browns game, that first Browns game. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Uh, Vach and Brian. Uh, I I think my thing with Vach is that I disagree with how he sees players. But that's just how he sees players, so I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? That's how you see it. But in regards to my thing with him is when it comes down to draft time, I do not agree with how he sees players. And some of what Brian brought us like 50-50 with it. Like I think he tried to battle with not trying to piss people off and trying to make people happy. And sometimes I guess he getting a little old, so I don't think he sees stuff the way he's supposed to be seeing it at times, you know. But yeah, I disagree. I think a lot of because I don't really see it, but I disagree with how he evaluates players though. I would call it when he played, but got tired of the Philly 500. Philly 500. Did I used to have some words for Philly 500 without somebody else? I can't remember. I forgot. Vosh said Tyler Smith was a third to fourth rounder. Cold game. He said Brian was yeah. I used to before I got on content when Brian was working with the Dallas I used to listen to him a lot because he used to, you know what I mean, he had some good takes back then, but now it ain't so much. You know, so I don't know if that's an old age, he getting tired, you know what I mean? He ain't adjusting or what it was, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them scouts, I don't be agreeing with a lot of them scouts either. I actually, you know, the cool thing about it is, I actually talked to a couple of them scouts, and and the scouts or some of them former scouts, they be giving me some credit. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, you be on point with a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But they always say that on the low. They don't never want to go ahead and holler. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know what I mean? On the high, on the loud, you know what I mean? For everybody to go ahead. They want to give me my credit on the low. They don't ever want to go ahead and speak loud with the credit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And for all the scouts and hey man, hey, eventually, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, at least and another, I'm glad we're talking about it. If you're gonna take my talking points, show love. You know what I'm saying? And them Cowboys content creators know who I'm talking about. You know, it just get a little bit more burned because it's just a little bit bigger. But if you're going to take my talking points, at least show a little love, man. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. But if you're going to take it, show love. That's all I'm saying, man. Show love. Show love. Nick ain't been all right. Yeah, Nick, yeah, for what he do, Nick ain't been cool. Nick ain't been cool. Jay Brent. Josh Brent. Hey, man, Jerry Jones must love Josh Brent because that boy done gave Josh Brent like 3 chances, bro. He done gave. I remember when he first did that boy gave Josh Brent about 3 chances, didn't he? Right. Cite them sources, man. Shoot, man, out there doing some plagiarism, man. You know the colleges ain't taking your paper, man, when they run that scan in and they see you over that percentile with that plagiarism. Look it up. It's true on the website. I believe it. I believe. I believe. 'Cause I want to say I might have heard something like that. Whoo wee. I Man, I don't know. Maybe, man, I wonder what his input is, cause now, my question would be, what is it like? So, God damn, man. See, Jerry Jones got to stop doing favors, man, and bring some real boys in, man. Hey, man, cause all that, I'm gonna do you a favor type stuff, bro. I'm trying to win, man. I ain't trying to do favors, bro. I'm trying to win. That like stealing, like steal Anita a prom because they related. He related to Steele. About Joe Milton. Now, in regards to Joe Milton, right? He seemed like a like I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say this is to be true, but like in a couple interviews that I've seen, he's more confident than Dak, and that's what I like. I want a quarterback who's confident. It seems like when you look at the grand scheme of things, the quarterbacks, even though they may have issues in regards to scanning the field, accurate issues, but quarterbacks that are confident and that don't fold in the moment tend to be consistent and at least showing up in the playoffs. Now, winning the bigger game, that's an issue, but it seems like the quarterbacks that have them type of traits are the ones that are consistently at least showing up to the playoffs. So if that's him, sign me up. Sign me up. Yep, he can run. He'll extend them plays and he'll throw that ball downfield. And this my thing, y'all, right? This my thing. This my thing, right? Check this out. If you gonna bring in a guy like Pickens, I believe that Joe Milton will be the guy to put it in his area, right? For somebody who's trying to work the kinks out and what he do, and if and his catch radius, that'll be a beneficiary to Joe Milton. Just throw it up, you get it. Oh, he said he's still cousin. Oh, Terrence Steele. Well, hey Skywalker, if you're listening, homie, tell your boy Terrence Steele, man, to work on his balance, work on his core strength, work on his hands, and work on his punch, especially being more patient. Yeah, my knock against him is Milton. At times, put a little more touch on that ball, man. Everything ain't got to be a missile. But the good thing about that is that's something that can be corrected with the right repetition and the muscle memory. That can be corrected. So I will hope that that's what he's working on right now. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I think he's better than Dak right now. See, people thinking the quarterback, it's all about, oh, does he have this, the accuracy, you know? Hey, look, sometimes it just boils down to, hey man, in a moment, do you show up? Do you show up? All that what Dak provides is overrated. Dak ain't even a pocket quarterback. You know? He ain't even a pocket quarterback. He has shown that he can't beat a very good defense in the pocket. He has shown that. But yeah, I'm for Milton. I hope that happens. I just think they should put Milton in. I'll just roll. I'll just roll with the ups and downs. I ain't tripping. I roll with the ups and downs, y'all. I ain't even tripping. Have you watched D Easy? I think he has potential. I watched him. He's just solo. He just to me. He's just a rotational guy to me. He's just a rotational guy to me. I don't think he's a bad football player because I did have him in my top five. However, people may see that, and it ain't like he was just good, like he was in my top five, but he was in my top five. If they think that that's supposed to be a running mate for Micah, they're gonna have another thing coming. Because if anything, you should be looking at Sam Williams as your running mate, not that Boston College defensive end. Sam Williams is better than that Boston College defensive end for sure. I know he coming off injury, but Sam Williams better than him. He's a good now in a rotation. He should take more. It's a possibility he'll take Neilan's Marshawn Neilan's spot in a rotation. I just think that Marshawn Neilan should be also going to that Korean barbecue spot out here and beefing up to go play some D tackle. To be honest with you, cause that being that developmental stage really pissed you off. Huh? Hey, I ain't mad at it because you just telling me that I'm like developmental stage for a $60 million quarterback. What? Aisha, I think is that a solo? Is that girl that work at the Star? I think I seen her a couple times. Aisha said Sam's still gimpy. Ooh. 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 Damn. That ain't good. Oh. Well, he didn't have what a little over a year. Ooh. So that might go into the season then. If that's the case, well, we'll see how that go. We'll see how it go. Well, we'll see how it go. I don't know. So I take it he ain't did none of the little mini camps or whatever the case they may be. But we'll see. I don't know. Has he did any? Well, I'ma look, man. I'ma catch up on some Dallas Cowboy because I ain't gonna like I said the past couple weeks, I ain't looked at no Dallas Cowboy content. So I'm gonna catch up and see what's going on in regards to that. Hopefully that ain't true. Cause you know what I mean. Cause then I will look at what's her definition of gimpy and limpy. You know what I mean. You know. But I guess we'll see. Hopefully that ain't the case though. Cause if that is the case, then maybe that has something to do with how he chose to rehab. David Irving. Yeah. Hey Corey, they playing that boy out of position. That boy need to be on the inside for sure. That goofy nerdy girls. Weird. Need to go get some bad ones of that thing, huh, dudes? She want to be one of the guys and shit. At least go get you some bad ones of that bug, huh? Shoot, man. Out here, BZ want to be one of the guys. They just hire anybody in that mug, huh? And you got some little goofy ass cat talking about, man, Aisha said this. He said that such and such ain't gonna be no good player. Hold up, this female said what? What? Just like what that little? What's that girl name? Mina Kimes or something like that. She the Mina Kimes of Cowboys content. Man, they got the black Mina Kimes in this mug, man. Sands with the rehab team. Okay, he got a little time. He got a little time. You know, no rush. We gonna need him though. That's for sure. That's for sure. That boy at today's time, that boy Romo probably be top three, man. In today's time, Romo at times, yeah. I mean, he ain't win the big one, but then that boy Romo. But then I go ahead and look at some games where without Romo, bro, we wouldn't have been in it. You know, but he did make some plays though, right? I remember, you know, that Bronco game where he was going bang for bang with Peyton Manning, but threw that little pick at the end. But then without Romo being aggressive, you know, well, we had been in it because the defense giving up 40 points, you know. So, you know, I mean, the defense ain't gave Romo no favors. And then when Romo do get something a little decent, you know, you go to the second round, you know. And then you got a potential to go, you know, if they, you know, if